So somehow I haven't done a video on this. I think I might have been waiting until after I actually published something with it, but... So for those of you that use Obsidian, let's see if I can open it here. So Obsidian's very popular amongst various note-taking circles for its ability to organize, sync, and like keep track of your different notes and organize them. And so I've used it a couple different times, and also I've done videos talking about Obsidian and NeoVim and like a couple of things I've tried to do with that. In some situations, like currently, I haven't quite moved certain things over, but you can see you can create different vaults and they're going to have their own configs and things like that. But if I go through a couple different things, you can see I've done some different testing in Obsidian for all kinds of different things, but Obsidian has their Obsidian Publish, and I'm not going to search for that in this browser, but Obsidian Publish lets you take your notes and publish them to the internet. So if I grab one example, actually, I'm going to actually pull it up over here, open up a new window, S2. So Obsidian Publish lets you publish stuff kind of cool like this, so you can do all this kind of stuff. Now, if we take a peek at Quartz, it's actually really similar and very somewhat harder to tell the difference between it. So we could take a peek at it and move it around here. Some things that seem to have changed, because I can take mine and I can move it around like this and play with it. And then it's not quite the same here, but anyway. You can see it's very indifferent the way it is. So back to the Quartz's page. So it doesn't move around on there for some reason. But yeah, you've got the ability to write content for it in the Quartz one. You can configure the behavior, the layout, the theming, and everything with it. And then you can sync it to your GitHub pages and have it published there. You can see it does the previews of everything. A lot like over... Let's pick on... Is that one going to work? Do we have links here? Yeah. So we've got link previews here. You can see... And then a couple others that way. So we do have our link previews, a lot the same. We can go through and do the breadcrumb thing on the side here. And so on and so forth. If I click the top here, we can go back to there. You've got your backlinks over this way that it keeps track of, your breadcrumbs over on the side. So I have done the same thing. You go to like the TTE subdomain of my website, and it's set up to point to this Quartz repo that I have put together, and it uses the same exact thing. I find Quartz pretty cool because a lot like Obsidian Publish, it has the same theming, but it's free. I am not beholden to Obsidian to pay for Obsidian Publish when I don't have to. Oh, I wasn't grabbing the thing, that's why. Yeah, okay. Squirrel. But here I am writing out like a bunch of modules for different reference docs, and I'm going to be expanding it over time. But you can see it is quite thorough in the way it does things. So I can go up here and I've got the same exact previews that we did otherwise. Now, one other important thing to note is that if I click on here, you can see it's got light and dark mode as well. I can go over here on Quartz's official page and it does the same thing. Obsidian Publish has that hidden... Oh wait, I've got dark mode turned on. That's why. The eternal dark mode, dark reader. So I can turn it off and turn on dark mode right here as well, right in front of it. So it'll do all kinds of stuff as well. And it's pretty identical, but it's free. The problem that you run into is that you do have some initial manual setup with it. So you're going to clone the whole Quartz repository. You're going to cd into that Quartz directory. You're going to initialize it, and then you're going to Quartz create. So you can then add the content folder as a vault to your Obsidian if you want to create something new, or just like rsync your notes into the content directory and it'll work from there. Then you'll get this fancy page setup like you have here. If I go to, where is it? It's in documents, isn't it? No, it's not there. Oh, wait, it's in, where's my books? Right there. There, custom IT. So I've got the Quartz directory here. And then your package.json, where was it? Config.ts. So if I open this up, I can mess around with different settings in here to get what I want. So the page title, you're obviously going to want to change. Base URL is important for compiling for production. So it'll generate a static web page for you, and then you just give it the base URL so it knows where to redirect everything to. So, like, for example, here, you can see that down there in the corner, it has the base URL properly. And then up here is an external link that goes to a video, and then I've got, like, I can click here and it'll redirect me properly based on those different aspects as well. Let's see. When we go back, we can pick our theming for dark mode and light mode. We can pick our plugins. So there are a number of plugins that you can add into it, and it will do everything you need to for it. So I can go to my Obsidian here. So you can see I've got different properties here. So if I open up like this one right here, let's create a new note. We will do Savage Worlds skills, for example. And so when you create a new note, it's not going to have front matter for you to put into it. So all you have to do is do this. Then it'll, once you put in a title once, it'll give it to you as a basic thing. And then I can do Savage Worlds skills. And then that will save that as a title. So when I go back over to here, for example, you can see that up in the title here, it has basic role-playing game skills in the title here, in the top, and in the tab title as well. That's what that title is going to change for you. I haven't gone through every plugin, but for a basic setup, this does everything that I need to in this case for a tabletop reference or tabletop game reference and adding stuff in. Obviously, I could also go in through NeoVim, but I want to have a different NeoVim config for Obsidian specifically, which is very possible with the way that NeoVim allows you to switch configs around. It's how people use different distributions of NeoVim configs for different things like NVChat and so on. So it's on the cook surface somewhere to cook up, needless to say. But Quartz 4 is pretty cool, and it works really well for things like this. If you liked the content, if you enjoyed it, if you think I deserve it, like, comment, subscribe, leave any criticisms you have or what have you. I appreciate it. Feed that algorithm, like I said, and I will see you guys in the next one.